What's next for Wichita schools after the bond vote failed to pass?
Last week, we got reaction from the teachers union about the district's school closure plan. Today, we're hearing from a teacher at one of those schools. Brock Wilson is live in studio with that conversation. Brock.
Rachel, Mike, this is Kathy Johnson. She's been teaching music at Louverture Elementary for more than 20 years. And it's understandably sad to see the building close. She and other teachers knew this would be the outcome regardless of the bond vote, but she was surprised when she got the timeline so soon.
I really thought that they were going to wait until the official vote came out.
Louverture music teacher Kathy Johnson was surprised this timeline was already set in stone.
Maybe have some meetings with district leadership or maybe the Yes Group.
But she was also happy to learn Louverture teachers would be getting bonuses.
Our salaries aren't, as big as a lot of people think they are, and so any extra money is very appreciative.
Some teachers say they wish Wichita Public Schools would have communicated these details better. The district says it got those plans ready right after the election.
We decided to go ahead and start meeting with them because we knew questions were coming up.
Sean Hudspeth with Wichita Public Schools Human Resources told me last week they wanted teachers to be more prepared than they were last time.
This is a different situation. These are being closed in a phased timeline. So again, when is that closure coming? We told them what we knew at that point.
Something Kathy is appreciative of.
For them to tell us before spring break what the timeline's going to look like, I think it put a lot of people at ease.
Based on the timeline, Kathy is preparing to retire once Louverture closes. And even though it's hard to see the building close, she's happy her students will be better off.
Are they going to get better opportunities in their education if they go to a school that has consistent heat and air, where bathrooms aren't constantly breaking? So it is very bittersweet.
Kathy says while Louverture students will face some challenges when switching schools, like a farther commute, she also mentions the two schools students will have first choice of going to. Mueller and Spade are pretty close in proximity. Mueller in particular, kids may be familiar with because it hosted summer school for Louverture kids a few years ago.